Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to a bit of a double feature today, where over in the Scrappy Inspiration YouTube and Instagram group we have a fun hop going on today called Memory Lane, and I will get back to that in a moment. And I am doubling that up today with a fun Nicole Jones 911 Designs DT assignment. So our hop today, called Memory Lane, we could take that in many different ways. So it could have been like, I remember when, so something that happened in the news and that we remember. If you recall, like in one of my TNs, I had done a page about the man on the moon, when they landed on the moon, and how I had gone to watch it and that kind of thing. So it could be taken in that way. It could be a childhood memory. It could be anything that is an older memory. So where I went with this, you can see here I have a black and white photo, and then I have a more current photo. And I chose to scrap about a memory of when we came back to Quebec. I was born in Toronto, and in 1968, so at the age of 11, we came back to Quebec, and I started high school here in Quebec. And this is the school that I went with. They called it Marguerite Bourgeois in those days. Now, it had previously been a convent, and the Sisters of Notre Dame, it was their convent. It was then turned into a school in 1966. It became a school. Now, this photo I took, of course, off of the internet, and it's way older than 1966. It's way back when it was a convent. But in 1968, when I went to this school, it pretty much still looked like that. And the nuns were still there, and they still taught us. And that building has now become City Hall. It has been redesigned, it's been refurbished, there's been a lot of renovation done to it, but a lot of it you can still see a lot of the original, just maybe modernized a little bit, portion of the building. So I thought that would be a fun memory to scrap and to get into my book. And I used, of course, the white cardstock. And I almost, my friends, I almost left my white cardstock with naked edges, but I couldn't do it. So I had to ink it, but just lightly, because this is quite a clean page, and I really wanted it to remain so. So I didn't do my messy inking like I've been doing lately, but rather just did a light coating, I suppose we could say. And I used just some scraps that were on my desk from a previous layout. So some Vicky Boutin Storyteller, the Avenue collection, and this is a Stampin' Up paper that was on my desk as well, that I just put. And I kept these in the size that they were, as is my pattern. And this does tend to be one of my go-to styles, where I just get some blocks of paper down in the size that they are, in a way that is pleasing to my eye, which is what I did here. So a little larger. And I put it with the stripes going, of course, horizontally, because then I wanted to use the area down here for my journaling. So I got that down. Offset this lovely blue and gold page a little bit, and then just put this strip down, lower down where the blue and gold were. So that would give me a lovely join area here for one cluster, one up in the corner here, and then one down on the left-hand corner here. So this is from the Avenue, and these are stickers from the Avenue collection that I just popped on this side. I used a house just to symbolize that this is a building. I used, of course, my Happy Life with a copper finish for 1968. As I mentioned before, this picture is way before 1968, but 1968 is when I started high school in this building. And interestingly enough, at the time, there was only, we called it grade 8. It's now called secondary 1, but it was grade 8 back in the day. And in this school, that was the only grade that was taught, and it was an all-girls school. Straight away the year after, grade 9 and 10, I went to a school which is maybe 700 or so meters away from this building for grades 9 and 10, and by that point we were mixed, boys and girls in school. And then I used, so 1968, 2020 down here in this little corner. And then, of course, I went into my Nicole Jones 911 stash, and I got these lovely 2-inch viewfinders. And this is from the yellow sheet, but this is sort of that gorgeous mustardy, almost ginger color. And I thought it went well with the gold, but gave a little bit of a different tonality. So I popped one of each of these and these 2 clusters as a little bit of my foundation. I popped a blue tab up here, a little bit askew, as I do love to do. And then I just popped up on foam this arrow, remember, because remember 1968. Put one of the blue cameras. I really do love the sketchy cameras. They are probably my favorite, as you could probably tell, because I've been putting a lot of cameras on lately and they always seem to be the sketchy ones. So I'm going to have to make myself use a few of the other ones, but I really do love the sketchy ones. I think they add such lovely pop of color, but not too dense of a color, if that makes any kind of sense. And then I popped this arrow up on foam as well, which is now, because this is a photo of this building now, and it is our city hall. So as I already said, L'École Marguerite Bourgeois became so in 1966. It was a convent before. I attended in 1968, our first year back in Quebec, and my first year of high school. The nuns still taught, and I will forever remember Sœur Irène and her missionary stories. She was a lovely, lovely lady, and she taught French. She taught me French, and I believe she may have also taught history. And as kids will do when we were a little bit tired of learning or wanted to just, relax, we would ask her a question about her missionary days, and then she could tell us stories for the rest of the class. And they were actually wonderful, wonderful stories, and I still remember that of her. So I'm very, very happy to have gone down this little bit of a memory lane with you and got that recorded in my book, and got some gorgeous Nicole Jones 911 digiprints on there today. So please make sure you go down below, follow all the links to my lovely friends that are playing along today, and I will see you back on my channel here very, very shortly. Stay happy, stay safe, and I hope you're having a lovely scrappy day. See you soon, my friends. Thanks for being here. Bye for now.